Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Wally with Swamp Fox Adventures, and we're gonna make another video today. I gotta feed Little Duck, and I gotta feed some tortoises, and then we're making a video. Wiggles and I are at the post office, and I'm sending some hats and stickers across the pond. Wow, Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, you actually stayed in your own seat and didn't try to hit my seat. Good boy. Little Duck, what are you doing? What are you doing over here? I am way on the other side of the peninsula, and Little Duck is here hanging out with some duck buddies. Let me see if I can get, we're a long ways from home. Let me see if I can get her in the truck with me. Little Duck, you want to load up? You want to ride home? I've got the first magazine loaded up with the new, to me, javelins. If any of y'all have experience with these slugs, let me know. And they are a legitimate slug, not a hybrid. I'm anxious to see how they cycle. Okay, we've got the Javelin slugs, and I've even got the new Donnie FL Fat Boy on there. So let's go see how this thing runs real quick. I'm still experiencing the exact same issues with the trigger reset. Now, I'll show you what I think is going on. The sear is a really, not tight fit, but there's almost no tolerance going up into the trigger housing body. So once you punch the pins, even turning the gun upside down and shaking it, it will not fall free. And I had to pop it out with one of my punches. So I'm gonna go into the shop, I'm gonna take a measurement on this with a set of calipers, and I'm going to shave each side down a little. It's actually a really hard steel, and it was already polished pretty good, so my file didn't get a whole lot of bite, and I didn't measure it, so I'm not sure how much material I took off, but we're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, now it is feeling quite a bit better already. We're gonna go ahead and dry fire it some and see what happens. Okay, it's doing the same thing. It's much better than it was. So I'm gonna pop the pins, we're gonna pull it out, and we're gonna find where it is catching. Okay, I'm gonna try to point this out. I'm not sure y'all are gonna be able to see it. I am pretty sure, like almost 100% sure at this point, that this hole, which is the sear pin hole, there's the punch going through it, has a burr on it. And I'll show you why. There's the sear, free floats all over. Same with that side. But as soon as it hits those holes, the pin holes, you can see I've got to almost force it in there. So I am going to polish up both sides. Oh, there we go. Both sides of these, and put the sear back in and see what happens. Okay, I just used a really cheap Harbor Freight file because we're just knocking the burrs off. Now watch this. That sear travels freely. So we're gonna put it back together, and that should have everything knocked out. I have such high faith in it that it's now gonna cycle. Once that burr was removed, that I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together, recharge it with some air, and load up some more of those new Javelin slugs. I might not be a smart man, but I'm pretty sure it was the burr on that pinhole. We're about to find out. Almost got them loaded up. And I'm actually gonna try some self-filming off the dock with this, because like I said, I have very high expectations that we have finally worked the bugs out, and this is going to cycle the way it should. Okay, you can see we've got it filled right at about 3,600. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I did remember to bring the magazine. Still having reset issues. Back at the bench. I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna increase tension on the trigger return spring. Well, I could not get it to run no matter what. So I'm pretty much done fiddling with it for now. I might end up turning it into a bolt action, but I'm not sure. I'll keep y'all posted. I'm really bummed out about that HP SS that I bought off ARES, because I got quite literally no customer support, no returned emails, nothing. I love the gun as far as its compact size, the lightweight with the carbon fiber body. But yeah, I have just had no success getting that to cycle and run semi-auto, and I've had no help from ARES. Now, Ben from the pellet shop did reach out. He sent me trigger, sear, he sent me a shipping label. He went through it, I went through it. So I don't know what the issue is, but I really wish ARES would get back together or back to me on this, because I'd like to see them support their product. I made absolute zero progress with that AEA HP. Now, one thing that I did figure out is it really likes these Javelin 34 grain slugs. And that's right, 34 grain 22. So it groups them really tight. And I'm not sure what the foot pounds are, because I have not run that gun through a crony shooting these yet. If I have time, I will. But it makes for a really good backpack gun, because it is 22 and it is pumping these 34 grain slugs out. Like I said, I'm not sure what the foot pounds are. I'm going to guesstimate it to be right around probably 40. They're definitely smacking hard. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to start another one. I've got other guns I've got to sight in, and I've got to run dope charts on as far as what ammo they like the best, what I'm getting the best groups out of, because that is going to dictate what ammo I bring with me on this next hunting trip. And it's Friday. Laura and I are hustling around trying to get the van packed up so we can go hunting. And I hope y'all are having a great weekend, and we will see y'all soon.